Workload analysis. Imagine a world where every employee is perfectly suited for their role, where productivity is high, and where workplace harmony is the norm. Sounds like a utopia, right? But with effective human resources strategies, this can be reality. Welcome to a journey through some of the most impactful HR concepts that make this possible. First, consider workload analysis. This is all about short-term forecasting to determine employee numbers by estimating required hours for expected output. Take a manufacturing company, for example, where staff needs are estimated based on production targets and individual employee productivity rates. Alternate forms reliability. Then there's alternate forms reliability. This is a method of testing an instrument's reliability using two equivalent forms. It's like administering two different versions of a math test to the same group of students, just to measure consistency in scores. Synthetic validity. Next, we have synthetic validity. This checks the validity of a selection procedure by combining jobs with similar abilities. It's like assessing multiple roles that require similar skills and validating specific tests for those skills. Predictive validity. Predictive validity is also in our toolkit. This tests the validity of a selection procedure by correlating applicant data with future performance. It's like correlating scores of a pre-employment assessment with job performance 6 months after hiring. Concurrent validity. And let's not forget concurrent validity. This tests validity by collecting predictor and criteria data simultaneously from present employees. It's like assessing the correlation between a current employee's test scores and their current job performance. Parallel testing. Parallel testing is another crucial concept. This is when new and old HRIS systems operate simultaneously to ensure the new system functions properly. It's like using both the old and new HR systems for a month to identify glitches or discrepancies in the new system. Gap analysis. Gap analysis is also key. This involves comparing the current to the desired situations to identify necessary changes. It's like an organization comparing its current sales figures to its target sales to determine the gap that needs to be addressed. Quality of hire. Quality of hire is another important measure. This evaluates the effectiveness of an organization's hiring process. It's like tracking the performance and tenure of employees hired through different recruitment sources to assess which sources yield higher quality hires. Job characteristics model. Then there's the job characteristics model. This explains how job redesign affects job nature and worker reactions for better work outcomes. Picture redesigning a role to include more autonomy and skill variety to improve employee motivation and productivity. 5 forces model of competition. The 5 forces model of competition is another vital tool. This helps in identifying environmental forces influencing an industry's profit potential. It's like analyzing the threat of new entrants, bargaining power of buyers and suppliers, industry rivalry, and the threat of substitutes in the smartphone market. Employee life cycle. The employee life cycle outlines HR functions concerning an individual's employment from recruitment to exit. Think HR activities from hiring and training to performance evaluation and eventual offboarding. Complaint systems. Complaint systems are crucial for addressing and responding to employee complaints. Imagine a system allowing employees to report harassment or discrimination within a company for resolution. Compa-ratio. The Compa-ratio is a useful metric. It compares an individual's pay rate with the midpoint of the pay range. If a job's salary range spans from $50,000 to $70,000 and an employee earns $60,000, their Compa-ratio would be 100%. Stock option. Stock option is a component of executive compensation allowing employees to buy company stock at a reduced price. Think of a company offering its employees the opportunity to purchase shares at a 15% discount from the current market value. Talent sourcing. Finally, talent sourcing is a recruitment strategy focused on attracting highly skilled candidates for specific roles. Picture an IT company proactively attending tech conferences to network and engage potential software developers for future job openings. So there you have it. A whirlwind tour of some of the most influential HR concepts that can transform the workplace. Each one of these strategies can make a significant difference in employee engagement, productivity, and overall workplace harmony. Remember, with the right HR strategies, the workplace utopia isn't just a dream, it's a possibility.